Good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing this morning? I think we're going to get started here. My name is Christopher Nielsen. I am the Sales Operations and Customer Experience Manager for the Suave Automotive Group, which is a collection of 10 franchises in the Kansas City area. And this is my good friend, Kevin Robinson.
Thanks, everybody, for coming this morning. I know the 9 a.m. second day time slot can usually be the most brutal, depending on what show that you're at. So thanks, everybody, for coming this morning, even if you were out till 2:45 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So most of us made it, I think, pretty early night. Today's presentation, primarily about Facebook. You guys read the title outside. Again, we have Chris from Suave Automotive Group in Kansas City. Chris and I have worked together for 7 years, 8 years, something like almost a decade. Kevin Robinson, I'm from Dealer Socket. I'm the Director of Product Marketing. And actually, I was Chris's account manager for 4 or 5 years before I made the transition into product and then marketing from there. So we've worked together on a lot of different campaigns for his dealership. And Chris has kind of a unique situation, unique market in Kansas City because he has, how many franchises? 10 franchises in the Kansas City area that are all Highline. So Porsche, Maserati, Mercedes-Benz, JLR, Alfa Romeo. So a lot of different interesting vehicles that he can market through social media, and he'll be providing some of those examples today, specifically talking about Facebook. So in terms of kind of our roadmap, at least for this session, there's 3 themes that we're going to cover, or 3, let's just call it talk tracks that we're going to try and get as much emphasis on as we can. The first is just the general misnomer about social media, especially Facebook, how it's viewed on the tier 3 side of things, potentially how it's viewed on the tier 1 side of things as well, and how those two things mesh together. But typically, it's been viewed as more of a weak marketing medium over the past 4 or 5 years, picking up a little bit more steam lately, but are we really doing it the right way? Are we being more engaging than just visible in that case? Come on in, folks. The second theme is just in terms of targeting. How do we make sure that our message is the right message for the right person at the right time? Right? This is something that we hear all the time. But especially on Facebook, this has become a little bit more of a challenge recently with some of the data issues that they've had, some of the targeting that they've actually removed from the platform. So we'll be sure to cover that. And then finally, Chris is going to talk about his dealership-specific practices, some of the campaigns, some of the strategies that he has in place. So we'll get a little bit more tactical for you. Not necessarily diving down into the weeds, but definitely putting forth a few more individual dealership stories and a few more case studies that Chris has actually had and run at those Kansas City dealerships. So first of all, talking about just the challenge of Facebook in general, there's 3 things that when we at Dealer Socket and talking to Chris pulled our dealerships that we really came away